This playthrough is rated T for teen. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here once again with the East 1 and 2 Chronicles series. Today, after beating the first game of the series, we are now going to check with the second game of the series, East Book 2, which takes place directly after the first game. And unfortunately for those of you who's like, does the first game actually end like that in other itinerations? Yeah, pretty much it did. So for those, like back in the day when the East games first came out, 2 didn't come out, I think, till like a year after the first one. So it basically ended on a cliffhanger, which is probably one of the few problems with the game is that ends like that, on a cliffhanger. Yeah, the second one pretty much just gets like straight into the menu. Pretty much the second game is very similar to the first game, except they make a few little tweaks on it. The story's obviously different. We'll find out in a second what happens in the story. And also, magic was also included in this game before. In the first game, it was just, get armor, use items, and attack, and that's pretty much it. With the inclusion of magic, it changes up just a little bit. But yeah, the second game basically concludes the Ancient East storyline, which has to do with finding out about East and then dealing with the Ancient East, which is the storyline here. The other games deal with it, but more along in just the main universe of it, and they make references to it, but this deals with the actual civilization itself. More, the other games are just kind of like they mention it and are basically just continuations of Adol's story in his world. But anyway, let's begin with the game. We'll just play the Chronicles version. The complete version's not really a whole lot different from what I've noticed. Like small art decision styles and stuff like that, but it's pretty much the same game. So let's begin East Book 2 Chronicles, and let's find out where Adol went in all this rigmarole. Yes. My name is Lilia. I'm from Lance Village. Where am I? You are near the village in the land of East. I had a premonition and wandered this way. And suddenly, there you were, falling from the sky, bathed in the most spectacular light. He fell out of the sky? Yes, that's what it looked like anyway. How is he, Lenore? I think that should do it. Actually, his wounds aren't particularly dire. He'll be fine. He just needs a little rest. Look, he's coming too. Just relax, please. This is a safe place. My mother and I live here. What's your name? Adol gave his name. Adol Christian, your injuries are nothing serious. You're gonna be just fine with a bit of rest. Lilia, Manoa, try to let him sleep for a while, as long as he needs. I should be getting back to the clinic. My brother's likely returned by now. Thanks for your help. We'll answer your questions later, Adol. For now, get some sleep. You need it. Well, we start East Book 2, and like the first one, Adol wakes up having been conked out, having traveled from the Tower of Darm to wherever this is. But we got a few clues as to where we actually are, but let's let the game kind of tell us as we explore this place. So, well now, if it isn't Adol, should you really be up? They use. I noticed the character looks different, but they use the exact same like pose for Jebba from the previous game. I wonder if that's intentional. Should you really be up and about already? Your wounds are still fresh. You mustn't strain yourself. Recover fully, then proceed on whatever quest you've undertaken. What do you have to say, Manoa? Let's talk about East. This land has been called East for ages. You speak as if you just got here. Are you from another world or something? This is Lance Village. In East, you collapsed near a place where we call the ruins of Midoriya. Please make yourself at home. Have a look around the village if you'd like. So we're in the land of East, huh? Apparently. Interesting. Different from the previous game because we were in Esteria before. Curious or curious? Midoriya. These days, Midoriya is in shambles. In its heyday, though, it flourished under the jurisdiction of the priest. Ever since the demons showed up, though, none of the villagers dare go near it. Well, almost none. Rustina Mine is particularly dangerous, you see, so we keep the entrance under constant guard. Okay, well, I feel like it's almost like they purposely, like, refleshed a lot of the same, like, beginning trappings of the first game on purpose, although many would call that lazy. Anyway, let's ask her about the Rustini mine. There are some old ruins intermixed with the mine tunnels at Rustini. Iron ore and herbs are quite abundant around these such spots. We'd often gather them and call it mining. But ever since the demons showed up, well, even our half-hearted versions of mining have seemed a lot far less viable. Dr. Flair still goes down to pick herbs every now and again, though, despite our best efforts to convince him not to. But Manoa, how about yourself? My husband passed away when Lilia was very young, so it's just been the two of us for most of our life. Lilia is the only reason I've been able to cope with the horrors that continue to plague us here. If I were ever to lose her... Oh, that would suck for you, wouldn't it? I wonder if that's foreshadowing. Lilia. Lilia is out at the moment. She took a basket with her, so I believe she's picking apples. If you go out for a walk, you may run into her. I guess there's nothing else to talk about right now. Are you honestly feeling better? Don't lie to me. If you're still injured, you should rest. Now I'm an adventurer. I can drop from 50-foot crevices and be fine. It's okay. Was it heroes? Was the RPG trope heroes can fall from infinitely defined heights and still survive for some reason? If you're going out, Adol, I have a favor to ask. Would you deliver this letter to Leonor's brother, Dr. Flair? Proceed Leonor's letter. Benoa's letter. Lily may be looked well, but in truth she suffers from a severe illness. I'd like to discuss it with Dr. Flair, but I don't think he's come back to the village yet. And if something isn't done soon, I fear what may become of my poor dear daughter. So would you please search for Dr. Flair on my behalf? Give her this letter for me. I suppose the best place to start would be the clinic. It's possibly returned without me realizing it. I feel so bad for the poor girl. She doesn't even know she's sick. How do you not know you're sick? That's weird. Anyway, first quest, deliver a letter to the good old doctor. Good old Dr. Flair. He's a doctor for the dramatics, you know. He's the one who tells you bad news, or he tells you good news, but it seems so dramatic until he goes, you're fine, you just got, you know, cold sores or something like that. Although I don't think that's anything to be happy about either. So, anyway, let's check out the village of, what was the name again? Lance, or Lance Village, yes. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look around. See, looks like that's the clinic sign. So let's go ahead and just talk to the dude. Oh, this is just terrible, just awful. What's with all the shouting, Leonor? It's a carrier pigeon that just arrived with a note from Dr. Flair. There was a cave-in at the Rustini mine. The rocks have blocked the passage. I'm trapped. I can only pray this bird makes it back with my letter. If you're reading this, please send help. This is terrible. You mean to tell me that Dr. Flair is trapped in the abandoned Rustini mine? I think the letter just told us that, lady. So it would seem. I don't know what to do. I'd be completely lost down in that mine, and the demons would overpower me in a second. There's nothing I can do to help. I'm powerless. Wait, we have a swordsman among us. What indication do... Oh, wait, no, I guess when I traveled from the first game to this one, I guess I'd still have my equipment. I hope. Wait, we have a swordsman among us. Adol, won't you please go to Dr. Flair's aid? Please, I beg of you. Rescue my brother. We need him here now more than ever. Yes, Adol, please. It would mean a great deal to me as well. I just met you people. Fine, we're heroes. We gotta be nice. Thank you. What's that? Benoa asked you to deliver a letter to my brother? All right, go, Benoa. With the two of us pressuring you to find him, you really have no choice but to give in. Oh, wow. Even though I just said yes, you guys are just dicking me over even more. Thanks. No, I appreciate it. I don't have much to give, but please use it to buy some new equipment. Wait, why would I need money? Shouldn't I have the equipment from the previous game? Shouldn't I have my battle armor, my flame sword, and battle shield? We're counting on you, Adol. Show us what you're made of. Oh, and Adol, just so you know, you'll find Adol guarding the entrance to the ruins. He won't let you in without the Elder's permission, so you may wish to drop by the Elder's house before you go. Let me guess. Yep, even though I got teleported to wherever, I didn't get to keep any of my equipment. Yes, I understand for the sake of games. It's like when Metroid and Samus never has her equipment at the beginning except for standard suit and blaster. But still, I mean, come on, it's right after the previous game. Oh well. What do you have to say, lady, before we go meet the Elder so we can actually get the right to go inside? Thank you for agreeing to help, Adol. Please do your best to find Dr. Flair. Let's see what you have to say, actually. Rustini Mine is a dangerous place, so don't push your luck. If you get hurt, turn back. You'll need the Elder's permission to enter too, so be sure to pay him a visit before you leave. A nice little jingly music for a doctor's clinic. Take care. How about you, Doctor? I'm so worried. Please, Adol, bring my brother back safely from the ruins. Alright. It's hard for me to do that voice, actually, the deep voice, because it actually starts hurting my throat after a while. That's why I try not to do deep voice characters on a regular basis. Oh, yeah, it tells you that, alright. Let's take a quick... Actually, do we have a lot of... Okay, so select will pull up our stats, tell us where we are. Let's see if we have the same notes page from the... Well, obviously it's going to be different because it's a new game, but... Oh, wow, it actually keeps some of the stuff from the previous game. Not all of it, but, see, the priest, Dogi, and stuff like that, even though they're not... Okay, then we got the monsters page. Looks like this game's a bit bigger than the previous one, but not by much more. It's still a short game, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit longer. I haven't seen you before, mister. Where are you from? Far, far away? Mister, there's nothing far from here. Just because I'm a kid, do you think I'm stupid or something? Whoa, I don't know, maybe you are. Awesome, awesome. Those books you got are so cool. Wait, do I have those books? Oh, I do have the books. So, wait, I get to keep the books, but I don't get to keep my awesome armor. Yeah, okay, sure. Because these are plot related. Anyway, we got the 6 books from the previous game. Unfortunately, we don't have the monocle anymore to read it. Oh, there's Dr. Flare. Excellent. That's the save menu. Really, basically the gameplay is pretty similar. Like I said, except for a few minor tweaks. Let's see, let's check. This is the item shop? Yes, it is. Welcome. What would you like? Ah, good old monocle. Nothing beats monocle. Talk to Jade. Can't say I've got the best stock in the world or anything, but then who does? In these trying times? No real must-buys, but the wing is a pretty indispensable tool for travelers. Best not to leave town without one. The rest, well, you might find something to buy. Depends on what you need, I suppose. Used to keep herbs in stock, but there hasn't been much point since Flair built his clinic. I don't mind though, really it's more convenient this way. It has made a dent in our profits, but Flair's much better to meet demand than I ever was. Alright, let's see what you got. Wing, apple, marley flower. What is the marley flower? To be honest, it's just an ordinary flower dug up in the field and raised from a sprout. It has no medical effects, but flowers have a certain magic about them, all their own. Makes great for gifts. I mean, one you would love for you to give them one. It's a bargain at 10 gold. What do you say? Yeah, no. I'm not gonna waste my money on that. Just yet, not until the game tells me. I'll make sure to set aside everything for you just in case you change your mind. See, wing from the last game, same thing. I'll teleport you to the main town. Apple, I think I assume, is a healing item. It's an apple at the peak of ripeness. Looks delicious, doesn't it? It'll pep you right up if you're feeling hungry, and it's also a great gift for the ladies. What do you say? Really, would a woman really like just an apple as a gift? It's like, here, you can get these are like 10 for a dollar at the grocery store. Let me give you one. All I'm asking for is 10 gold, not a bad price, you know? No, we don't need that. It looks like it's not a healing item, so never mind. Elixir, I assume that's a full-on healing item. Oh, you have a keen eye, sir. This is something true worth. I'd even go as far as to call it my pride and joy. I know, I said before that no real must-buys here, but that's because this little vial is priceless to me. I put it out more for bragging rights than actually sell it. In fact, it's the only one of its kind in the whole world. I'm legitimately proud of it. Quite the miracle drug. It is. It'll bring you back to life after suffering a mortal wound. I suppose I could sell it, though I've priced it well out of the range of most sane individuals. 60,000 gold is what I'm asking. Wow, you're crazy, man. Although, with the last game, well, how much money I had by the end of it, basically I hit the max cap. It probably won't take too long to earn that much, really, by the end of the game. Yeah, I assume it's an end of the game item to help you basically suffer one defeat, and then you can try again or something like that. But anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you. I didn't even buy anything from you. How can you thank me? Come again. Alright, so we got some options for items to spend. So the game finally gives us something to spend like a ton of gold on, because the problem with the first game is after a while, gold became worthless. Hey, I need to talk to you, dude. Why are you not at your counter? Why did I have to go through the counter to you? How dare you? How dare you make me work? Guido. Welcome, I sell swords and shields and armor here. My stock is a bit low right now, but do feel free to look around. There are demons all out there. Going outside with no weapons or armor was suicide. You should make certain you're well prepared before leaving the confines of the village. I'm probably giving the wrong voice for it. I'll probably stop giving it. I really wish I had a better selection for you, but we just don't have the materials we need. It's just too risky to look for ore while Esteria is swarming demons. A friend of mine is minor, so I asked him about it. He said there's no way he's going down there. Can't say I blame him. Wouldn't want to risk my life down there either. But that's why we don't have any really good armor here. Laszlo's an excellent swords armorsmith, but he isn't really able to do much with his skills these days. Add just some iron ore, be able to hand it over and get some real high quality armor made. Now that's a clue, isn't it? So if we can get him some iron ore, we can get better equipment. Got some fine swords. Always remember, though, to keep what you need and what you can't afford to balance. It's an important decision. Well, we always gotta have it. Great, same weapons from last game. Well, it's pretty small and easy to handle. Don't put too much faith in it if you're going to be fighting demons, but it's something better than nothing. 200 gold. Let me check something. Whoops. Nope. Nope. Stop. I want to check and see what that. Ah! Frag. Alright. There we go. Let's see what the shield options are. People tend to think of shields as less important than armor, but you'd be surprised how often useful they are. Anyway, have a look around. Surround yourself in opulence. My stock and imagery would be yours. Alright, let's see. Small, hardwood shield. It's light, easy to handle, but I wouldn't suggest going up against demons with it. Probably fine to start with, though. I do definitely upgrade as soon as you can. How's 100 gold sound? Okay, so we can afford a shield and armor. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Let's see how much the armor costs. Sorry, we just don't have the materials. This is all we have in stock. Chainmail. It's a suit of woven chainmail. Deflect sword strikes and offer marginal protection against mortal wounds. It's light and easy to move around in, but don't offer too much in the way of defense. It's also only 500 gold, though. Okay, so we don't... So the game basically wants me to buy a short sword, so let's do that. Yep. Okay, we got our short sword, and for armor, let us buy the shield. Get that out of the way. That'll work for now. Hopefully there's a lot... Although it looks like, according to the menu, you'll probably... Oops, didn't mean to... Oh, 6,000, yeah, no. Alright, let's get up here. Thank you, Guido Machiavelli. Thanks for your business. Come again soon. Okay, let's go equip those. Make sure we're prepared for our journey. What does that actually sound? Let's see. Short sword. A small, reasonably priced sword. Handles well, but not especially powerful. Wooden shield. Odd wooden shield with metal fittings. Not bad, but also not particularly good. Alright then. Actually, I think they used some of the music from the previous game, too. This is driving me crazy. I haven't been able to go down into the mine to look for iron ores since the demon showed up. Wish I could make armor again, but I've got no metal to use and no pickard skin doesn't work for me. Believe me. There's an old mine under the ruins of Midoriya. It was closed a long time ago when the ore deposits started drying out. Then 6 months ago, the demon showed up. The lack of ore and the monsters alike are causing no end of grief for boats and the other miners. Didn't that happen in the previous game? Like the storm wall appeared like 6 months ago, same in that game? Why are they trying to like compare the two games side by side? Is it supposed to like confuse the player or something like that? You know, we're not completely stupid. I mean, most of you probably figured out. Is that that one area with the lady? Yes, okay. I mean, this is clearly, well, even the credit says otherwise. But we'll keep going just in case if you haven't figured it out. Yep. Let's see what's inside this. What is this? The Elder's Lore? No one. Ah, here we go. Talk to this old lady. Let's talk to this old lady. Hello! The masters of the house aren't in right now, I'm afraid, but do make yourself at home if you wish. Me? I'm Master Estal's housekeeper. Estal and Old Man Legs both live here, though they're not related to one another. Ah, well, we don't want to talk to you, old lady. You're not important enough. Hey, and Adol is not into MILFs. Sorry, I shouldn't say something like that. He's not into old ladies. Sorry. You're beautiful in your own way. You're the traveler who's been staying at Lily's house now. You look well. Feeling better, I take it. Lily was worried sick about you. You know, she's a very pretty young lady. As sweet as a bucket of sugar. I would not eat a bucket of sugar. Thank you very much. And you're not so bad looking yourself. You never know. You two might be made. Actually, what is it up with ladies and just like older women that's like, you two are perfect couples for you. Then again, that's the internet when you think about it. I mean, that's the whole idea of shipping, am I right? Adol's like, dude, I just got here and you're already expecting certain things from me. The old pristine mine has become far too dangerous to enter these days, thanks to the demons. Since we can't look for medicinal arms or mine for ore as a result, prices are very much on the rise. It's the same with the mine in the previous game, except that instead of iron, it was silver in the first game. All that depressing rumors flying around lately have been getting me down. Damnable demons, if it weren't for them, East would be a veritable paradise. Maybe. Aren't you the one who's found unconscious in the field? Why on yeast are you there in the first place? Oh, you don't remember? You seem like a nice young man. You should rest and recuperate, but then it'll come to you. No, that's true. Like in true amnesia form, amnesia doesn't last like for days and weeks and months and years. It's like a quick loss of memory that, you know, it's a short loss of memory for a period of time. But in some games, it's like it'll last for years. I'm like, that's not how that works. It's no longer amnesia. It's something else. Anyway, oh dear, I just don't know what to do. I don't think I can face Dr. Flair or Laszlo. Thanks, Dan. because of the demons in the mine, I haven't been able to get in there to restock iron ore and medicinal herbs. I have a wife and 2 daughters at home, you see, so I simply can't afford to risk my life like that. That's respectable. Let's see, what are we at right now? We're running a little long today. Okay, so in the next episode of East Book 2, Adol's going to talk to the rest of the villagers, figure out a bit more about the land of East and the city, and we'll get to Eldar and deliver the letter for Dr. Man, we're already rescuing some of them at pretty much the beginning of the adventure, but that's true adventures, and that's what they do. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.